video. And here we are at Ellough Park for the 6th round of the Club 100 Cadet Super Lightweight Championship. So this is qualifying. So coming out of the pits there at Ellough Park. Really good track, this one. It's one of my favourites, really, especially in the dry here as well. So we're gonna just try to get past these guys here, try to get some space in this session, try to set some good laps as we just come through the hairpin there. And all some yellow flags, but they're clear. There's just a cone knocked off there. As we come through this is like the best sections, probably the best section on the track here. So you come through the fast left and then the right over the crest into the hairpin here. Then it goes left on the exit, but then coming into the right hand hairpin, then into the penultimate corner here to round out the lap. So we're going to come through the final corner, easy flat out in these laps. Yeah, so I'm just going to skip to my best lap here. That wasn't a great lap really. Well, I thought it was, but it's only good enough for P6 in the pre-B. So I'll let you watch it anyway. Lap, and so just skip here to the end of the session. Nothing really happens in quali really, so keep tight all the way till the end and take the checker flag. And it wasn't great. It's P5 in group, but P6 for the pre-B. So I'm gonna have to try and get into the pre-A and try and get in those promotion spots. So I'm starting on the outside, but yeah, so I'm just gonna cut here straight into the pre-B. I'm just gonna come out of the pit lane here. So yeah, starting 6th on the outside though. It wasn't great around Ellough Park because it is straight away a hairpin right. So we come out and through the final corner here. I'm just gonna skip now to the formation lap, and you do get to go over this spanking. That's quite cool there. To come around there on the formation. But yeah, so right behind the driver on front, starting 6th on the outside of the grid. Guys would go through the hairpin here, and then we will go through the final corner. So rolling up to the line now. Pace cut will pull off to the left hand side, and we're going to get green lights. And we're going to get underway here for the pre-B final. I'm going to try get it up into the inside to go into turn 1. We're not really going to get that line. We'll get hit from the side I think there, but I'm going to get a decent exit on the exit of turn 1. What's going to get me up the inside there as you come through there and through the right, double right, but then side by side with this driver is just going to push us onto the outside. It's going to put me on the outside again here as we go through there, and I have lost quite a few positions, so it's not the best start. As we're going to go up the inside though, as this driver is going to force our way through there, as we're going to have to go on the outside though, over the crest into the hairpin. We're just going to get pushed out wide. We're going to lose 2 positions and maybe for 3 here. Another driver's going to go up our inside through there. I'm going to try holding it around the outside to go through the hairpin as we come through the final corners here, but this isn't great. I've lost a lot of positions at the start, so I'm just going to have to try make my way up the field as I'm going to go up the inside of that drive there. A bit of contact, but it was okay. Still got ahead. It's going through turn 1, so just need to get through positions as I can if I want to make it into the pre-A final. As we come into the hairpin, this driver's just going to send it up the inside. They're going to go side by side into the fast left. The driver with the red suit and helmet is going to go a bit wide there as well. Yeah, and then coming over the crest again into the hairpin. I'm right behind as you come through there, so still in it now. So in the slipstream still as you come through this right hand hairpin, and then into the penultimate corner here, and through the final corner. Someone spun there. I'm just going to be able to avoid that one. So I do gain another position that, but I do lose a lot of time. Well, not a lot, but a bit of time to people in front. So yeah, but I do gain one on that lap, what was good. And I'm right behind them again as I come out of turn 1. As we go through turn 2 here, and just try to stick behind, try to get a better exit out of this hairpin here, as I just don't really get the run there, so I'm not going to be able to make the move into this left-hander as I come through. Right, I'm going to look for the move up the inside, but I'm just going to cover it off nicely there, so I can stick behind here. But I just don't even get a much better run out of the exit of the hairpin, but I just go past so easily there. There's must be something wrong with that car, because I just went past so quickly through there. I don't really know. But I'm going to fast forward now to the next lap, I think, or two laps later. Just come through here. Yeah, so I have caught up again now to everyone else as we go on to the next lap. I'm just going to take a nice line there, and this driver's like bouncing around on the exit and just going to go out wide. I'm going to get up the inside to go through there, and then going into there, and there is a bit of a gap in front now as we come through there, the hairpins. I'm going to fast forward again now, so just fast forward here another lap later, see when we catch up to everyone else in front. I'm going to get a nice exit out there. Driver ahead gets a bit of oversteer on the exit. I'm in the slipstream, gaining all the way down this strand. I'm going to up the inside into turn 1, get the job done, keep it tight so they can't get the sweet track through there. I'm going to gain position. I point forward. Let's try to work together, catch up to everyone else here, because by this point the top 2 had gone basically, and we couldn't. It wasn't really going to be. I wasn't really able to get into that top 2, so I was just going to have to try get pole at the best for the final. But we'll still be okay. But it wasn't good. As good because I was in the A finals for the last 5 rounds. So every race so far, but it was okay. Still, it would be my drop score. But in the slipstream of this driver, I'm going to pull up to the inside. I'm going to go up the inside into turn 1. Just get it done. Work together, catch up to the next driver. Now I'm getting close to the end of this race as we come through a double right-hander again. I'm going to fast forward again here and try to see if we can catch up to this driver ahead. And we are catching up there as we come now over the crest into the down the hill into the hairpin. I have caught up now to this driver ahead as we come through this right-hander hairpin and then into the left. Again, I'm going a bit defensive through there because I'm going to get a better run on the exit. I'm in the slipstream now, so I'm going to defend on the inside. I'm going to go to the outside. I go to the outside a bit early so they can go back to the outside as well. So I'm not going to be able to get that switchback line that time. But I'm in the slipstream. I'm going to defend again into the double right-hander of turn 2. And then I'm going to go into this tight hairpin here. I'm going to try to go to the outside, try to get a better run on the exit, but I'm just not going to get the best run there. Just couldn't really get a good drive off that corner. But to go through the fast left, right chicane sort of thing here, then over the crest again into the hairpin. Misses at apex there a bit, so we're gonna gain a bit, I think there. Yeah, in the slipstream, just gaining so much. This slipstream is really powerful, and to come around the final corner now. There's all the track on the outside. I'm going to up the inside line, so right behind, and then pull out to the left, right last minute, and then get a late apex, hit the curb, and we're going to get alongside, then going into turn 2. I'm going to have the inside, and it is a right-hander. I'm going to gain that position and take 4th place right now. So I'm going to defend into the hairpin here, and I'm going to try and keep this position to the end of the race. I think we are near the end now, so it won't be too long. Have to defend. I go a bit wide there, but it's still good as we come over the crest. Defence again, middle of the track there. You don't really need to go all the way to the inside. Come through that corner. So, yep, don't have to defend that into this hairpin. So I'm just gonna take that normal racing line as you come through this one as well. And then on the exit, I'm not using all the track that time. I'm going to keep it all the way to the inside. I'm going to start the final lap here, but then there is no one behind me as I look over my shoulder, so I'm going to go back to the outside to hit the racing line. And by this point I pretty much pulled away because they were going side by side behind me now, as we go through the double right and into the hairpin. But as I come through here, there was like some crash sort of thing behind me, and I was gone by now. So yeah, I pretty much come fourth in this one, and just go around the final few corners in this race to come through this left-hand out, and then into the final corners here to go through this right-hand hairpin, and then into the left-hand hairpin here. And to come through the final corner, I'm going to take a P4 finish in the pre-B final. It ended up being a 3rd in the end, because the driver ahead did get a penalty. So yeah, so third in the end, what would end up being a pole for the B final here. What it was okay. So not the promotion spots in this one, but try get into that A final. So have skipped here to the B final. So starting on pole here, as you come out of the pits. So starting on pole, just to see if I can hold this into turn number 1. As you come round the final corner here, right behind the pace car. Slow roll up to the line here. As you come round the final corner. Keep it slow until red lights. I'm going to get green lights. I'm going to get underway for this B final. I'm going to hold it on the inside to make sure no one goes up or inside. I'm going to go quite slow on the apex there of turn 1 to make sure no one gets that switch back as well. And I have pulled a bit of a gap there as you come through turn 1 and then through turn 2 and 3 there. Just staying ahead. I've got a decent gap so far as you're going out into the hairpin. I'm going to hit this curb there. I thought I hit a cone, but must have just missed it there, so that was fine. As we come through now through the fast left, just try to keep it clean on this opening lap. Really try to pull away from everyone else if I can, and that was going quite well so far. So this gap is getting bigger, and by this point, so the end of the first lap, the gap was about 1.5 seconds. So I had pulled away from everyone else as they were battling behind. So I'm going to pull away here as we come into turn 1. So ideal start really there. So I have pulled away everyone else, and I'm just going to cut to this lap, what was my best lap of the day. So I'll let you watch this lap. day there. We just come through that first corner again, and that gap is just really big by this point. And I'm just going to cut to the end, and it got that gap to about 10 seconds by the end of this one. So we're going to pan around the final corner to cross the line to win the B final and get into that A final as we just come around turn 1. So it was kind of just keep it clean really that whole race, not make any mistakes, because they were just all battling behind, because once they pulled away they're never really going to catch up, and I was quite far ahead, and they just started battling and just pulled away more. So yeah, it was good, won that, and we're going to get into the A final here. So I'm going to start from the back of the A final, not dead last because I did win that, so it's second to last as someone's just spun on the inside there. But as we come round final corner here on this formation lap for the A final. Okay, so just going to skip here to the start of this race, rolling up to the line, starting at the back of this one for the A final. We are on the inside as we're going to turn 1, which is quite good here, Ellough Park. And I'm just not going to get I put the power down and the car just doesn't go. I don't really know what happened there, but it didn't really matter because everyone goes so slow through turn 1, and I just gained all that time back. So we're going to have the inside. This guy's gone sending it around the outside. That's just not going to work there. As I come round a double right hand and I'm going to go up the inside, and this guy's just going to send it up the inside and hits that cone there. And I think it does actually gain a few positions, but yeah, it just came out of nowhere, just sent it. But as we come through here, they're going to go on the outside, I'm going to go up the inside. This driver, they're just going to cut across the inside, and in the slipstream here, just push this driver, try push them through, and I'll follow them through there. So we go through this corner, I'm going to up on the outside, and we're going to go through wide, I think, a bit there, but I'm going to have to slot in behind into here. We're going to slot in here, and then use all the curve there to try and keep it tight. Make sure no one can get past on the inside. We start another lap. This guy's going to go send it around the outside, but have the inside through there so I can keep that position. So it's just on the inside, and I think just about going to keep that position. I said do make a bit of contact, so I'm going to let them go back through, I think, there. As this guy's just going to send it again, and this time I'm going to spin. I'm going to nearly hit that tyre wall, just cut over onto the track just in time to not hit those tyre walls as the car in front just got out of the way, and I just saw them, and I didn't actually know there was a cut through there, so the driver ahead of this one did use that cut through, but well, I didn't know, so yeah, but it was all okay really. So as we come through the final corner here, right behind this driver ahead, as we come through there, I'm going to try to keep it tight all the way, but I'm just not going to gain that position as we come through turn 1 again here. I'm just going to keep that tight to line. I'm not really sure why there, as these drivers are going to go right to the inside. They're going to hit the curb, that driver behind. I'm going to get up the inside to take that position off the driver there as we go into this hairpin there. I think I got hit from behind a little bit maybe there, I'm not sure. There's yeah, you just get loaded to that one a lot. That hairpin, it's quite a big break into, especially if you brake early into there. As you come through, we've come through over the crest down into the hairpin. I'm in the slipstream with this driver ahead. Can I go for a move there? I'm going to stick behind for now. As you come through this right hand hairpin and into the penultimate corner, and then through final corner here, just still in the slipstream. I'm gonna up that inside and try to get up the inside in the slipstream, go out to the left hand side, but they go cut me off there, so I'm not going to be able to make that move. Still in the slipstream as we go up into the double right hander here, as I'm going to get up the inside, then I'm going to go side by side and try to cut across to the inside line, but I'm going to get hit from behind there, and the driver who's just hit me is going to go up my inside into this left-hander, and then I'm going to get over, I'm going to go side by side with another driver into this right-hander. I'm just going to stay ahead through there to go over the crest into the head, and I'm going to get a much better exit as the driver missed the apex, so they still pull away from me on that exit. I'm not really sure why there, but I'm going to get a better run through that hairpin and I'm going to go for the switch track in through the final corner. I'm going to go on the outside, and then just going to tap back into the inside and being hit and round through final corner. And yeah, that was it. That was it for the race pretty much. And yeah, I was just behind into. I'll just slot in, but there was a driver probably just to poke their nose in up the inside of the final corner, and I'm just gonna get taken out there. So not great, but yeah, we just come through that hairpin there, and then yeah. But this is the end of the race, and I did catch up to everyone in front, but it was just too late by this point as the checker comes out to end this race. And yeah, it was a fun day. Yeah, Ellough Park, great track as well. So yeah, it was okay. The A final was really it's kind of just have a bit of fun with it. It was kind of just like a free race, I suppose. So yeah, but that was the end of this A final. Yeah, it did make it into the A final. Good. Yeah, so it was all okay. So just coming to the pit lane, and yeah, so thank you for watching.